Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make them bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
I'm on the stance that you need to make weight. That's just how it is. I think that her mindset should be on, I need to make weight, because she took the fight at 135 pounds. I think it's simple. I work hard to make my weight, so I expect the same. So in other words, that's a two-part question. The way I see it is, I think Holly Holmes is coming up with two things. One, she needs to make the weight if she wants to compete. And then two, if she doesn't make the weight, it seems like Holly Holmes wouldn't fight her. You know? Again, is Holly Holm wrong? No. I think, Kayla Harrison has won her championships at a higher division. I mean, obviously, they had even started a division for her. I want to say, was it 155 pound at PFL? I mean, they had a division for her that, or 45, or it was either 45 or 55. But that being said, Holly Holmes is not wrong. Could a girl like Kayla Harrison make 135 pounds? And it's not just about making it, guys. It's about competing. It's different. Could you make it? Could she make it? 100%. Does she have enough water and enough fat and enough, she has a lot of muscle. I mean, you know what muscle is? Muscle is water. Could she trim that down? 100%. The biggest thing is, has she started her camp now? I mean, we got until April, guys. We're in the end of January right now. Does she have the time to make it? 100%. But will she recover? That's the biggest question, because let me tell you guys something. Holly Holmes ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. And I want to show you guys, I'm going to tell you guys, even though the odds have Kayla Harrison as a favorite, the only person that I know that Kayla Harrison has been with the name has been Pacheco, who was a former UFC fighter who I think was let go by the UFC. But I kind of just want to play the devil's advocate here. And again, Kayla, I'm not picking on you. I'm just here stating facts. Look at who wow. The people who Holly Holm has fought. Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, Valentina Shevchenko, Jermaine Randomir, Beth Correa, Chris Cyborg, Megan Anderson, Amanda Nunes twice, Raquel Pennington, Irene Aldana, who she has a win over, Yana Santos, and obviously the loss to Mayara Bueno Silva. I mean, stylistically, guys, Holly Holmes has fought everybody. And why don't we take it all the way back to her fighting a girl like Ronda Rousey, a judoka, someone who knows that particular area of just getting people to the ground, using your hips, using whether they're arm spins, headlocks, things of that nature. Look at what Holly Holmes was able to do, be able to lock that down. Now, if the striking of Kayla Harrison, if the judo of Kayla Harrison doesn't work against a girl like Holly Holmes, how do you guys think this fight's gonna end up? Could this be another? Could this be Ronda Rousey, Holly Holmes Part 2? Because I tell you right now, the winner of this fight is going to be guaranteed the next title shot. I think as of now, it seems like they might just be exiting out Juliana Pena, period. Either that or, I mean, maybe Amanda Nunes is talking about coming back. I personally think they're just going to start skipping these people. I think they want new storyline. I think they want a consistent champion. And right now, the guy that the people that the UFC and obviously the signing of Kayla Harrison, guess what? She's the hottest thing. She's got a mouthpiece on her. She only has one loss. She's a two-time PFL world champ. I mean, I know, obviously we're both represented by Ali Abdelaziz. We both have the same manager. I mean, she had a crazy lucrative deal with a company like PFL. She decided to, and I'm kind of happy because we've always debated. I don't know if you guys remember that time where, who's the greatest combat athlete of all time? And Khabib was there and we're all there. It seems like Kayla really wants to snatch that title. And kudos to her because she should chase the dream. So I respect Kayla Harrison because I know what PFL was paying her and how much they were paying her. And she decided to opt out off of all of that and say, hey, You know what? Give me Holly Holmes. Give me the 2-sport world champion. You know, the boxing world champ, or better yet, when we say 3, the kickboxing world champ, and obviously the 1-time MMA world champ. I mean, she's picking that fight because it's the biggest name. It's the biggest opportunity. But I also see Kayla Harrison picking that fight with Holly Holmes, thinking that she could take Holly Holmes down and obviously use the damage, bring the arm bars in, bring the submission game in. Because remember, guys, as much as I talk about my Olympic gold medal, Kayla Harrison doesn't do it enough. She's a 2-time Olympic champion. But how is it that she's going to fight a girl like Holly Holmes? Will she press her correctly? Because remember, we go back and we watched Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was literally running to get to her, literally running to try to headlock her. And what did Holly Holmes do? You know, papped her from the outside, papped her from the outside. And then once she got too aggressive and once she had no idea where she was, boom, the leg kick came in and eventually knocked out, you know, Ronda Rousey. I mean, if I'm in Kayla Harrison's shoes, I'd be looking at that, because you do not want to make those same mistakes, Kayla. You do not want to make those same mistakes of chasing people. You're gonna have to, in my opinion, you get her to strike. Once you get her to strike, once you get her to engage with you, then the takedowns will come. And I don't think it's really gonna come from judo. The top control will come from judo. The wrestling aspect, the takedowns, the upper body stuff is not gonna work on her, because you know what? It didn't work on a girl like Ronda Rousey. So if I'm in Kayla Harrison's shoes, first of all, I love the fact that she's fighting UFC 100. I love the fact that she forewent all that crazy money that was coming at her, and now she wants to fight for legit, to call yourself the absolute best in the world. So Kayla Harrison, I commend you, but now it's time to make 135 pounds, and can't wait. April, UFC 300. What you got for me, Joe?
You kind of touched this on a little bit, but Kayla Harrison signing for the UFC kind of reminds me of Michael Chandler signing for the UFC. Do you think she has the ability to create storylines, like you said, and entertain the crowd and mix up the women's division?
Yeah, the reality is she's going to have to take a page out of Kobe Covington's, maybe not Kobe Covington. Okay, Kayla, please don't hurt me. She's going to have to take a page, because sometimes when you're a grappler, and even Khabib and guys like that, guys that just grapple and they just want to do that, man, they got a lot of shit for it. Like, a lot of people were kind of turned off by it. But what was it? What was it that made them different? It was the mouthpiece. And I think Kayla Harrison, obviously she's a 2-time Olympian, so I understand everything that kind of goes with you being that All-American boy. Like, you got to be that guy that drinks milk. Or, Kayla, you could be the guy, you could be the heel. I mean, you could be the heel. You can use these mind games to use your benefit. 1, to appease the crowd, but then 2, to also, you know, bring in fear into your opponents. And you have that. I mean, Holly Holmes is taking this fight, I guarantee you, because she knows that this fight right here is going to guarantee her the next title shot. And guess what, guys? Holly Holmes already beat the current champ and Raquel Pennington. I mean, you don't think, you know, I got a feeling that, you know, they're going to be skipping out Juliana Pena when they have a big fight like that. So what happens with Juliana Pena? She just waits. And when you decide to make the UFC wait and you don't want to fight when the UFC is telling you to fight, then you know what the UFC is going to tell you? You know what? Go take a damn hike. So again, I think Juliana Pena needs to maybe, you know, she needs to create something, maybe even ask to be the backup of Holly Holmes versus Kayla Harrison, because that's going to be the only opportunity that she's probably going to get, looking at it now, of when she's actually going to fight for that title. But either way, guys, I love the fact that Kayla Harrison is in the UFC. So Kayla Harrison, welcome to the UFC. I hope you make that weight correctly, and I hope you go out there and shine. But as of right now, Kayla Harrison, there is only one greatest combat athlete of all time, and he's right here, and his name is Triple C. And this episode wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. That's right, Jimmy Bars. Guys, the gluten-free bars, I'm actually, because I'm in fight camp right now, I'm actually doing all keto. These are great meal replacements. These are great meal replacements. You know, these are great meal. Fuck you. These are great meal replacement. These are out in stores nationwide. So you guys make sure to go to your local Walmart and get your Jimmy on.